A circle has equation x squared plus y squared minus 10x plus 16y equals 80. We want to find the coordinates of the centre of the circle and the radius of the circle in part A. And then we're given that P is the point on the circle furthest away from the origin, and we want to find the exact length of OP. So let's start with part A. Now we can rewrite the equation slightly as x squared minus 10x plus y squared plus 16y is equal to 80. Now what we want to do is write it into the form x minus a squared plus y minus b squared is equal to r squared. And if we do that, the centre of the circle will be at AB and the radius will be r. To do that, we need to complete the square. So let's start with the x squared minus 10x. Open a squared bracket, into it put x, and then half of the coefficient of x. Since the coefficient of x is negative 10, that's negative 5. Now when you expand x minus 5 squared, you get x squared, take away 5x, take away 5x, plus 25, which simplifies to x squared minus 10x plus 25. The x squared we want because it's there, the negative 10x we want because it's there, but the plus 25 we don't want, so we're going to take it away. Do the same thing with the y squared plus 16y. We have y plus 8 all squared, and we'd need to take away 64 for the same reason. And that's equal to 80. So I'm going to have x minus 5 squared plus y plus 8 squared, and that is going to be equal to 80 plus 25 plus 64, which is 169. That tells me that the centre is going to be 5, negative 8, and the radius will be the square root of 169, which is 13. Now, let's have a sketch to help us with part B. So, this is my y-axis, and this is my x-axis. Now, if we think about 5, negative 8 here, that's where the centre of the circle is. Let's say it's here on our sketch. How far is that from the origin? So that is going to be the square root of 5 squared plus 8 squared, which is about 9. So it tells us that the circle is out here because we know the radius is greater than the distance to the centre. So we don't have to draw a perfect diagram here. But the point that is furthest away from the origin will be the point over here. This is the point P. If we draw a line through the centre. Now, the distance from the centre of the circle to P is the radius, which is 13. The distance from the origin to C, we just worked out, was the square root of 5 squared plus 8 squared, which is the square root of 89. So OP is going to be 13 plus root 89.